Okay. Okay. I think we might be good. Hello. Good evening, friends. I hope you're doing well. It's a very, very, very late stream tonight, even for me. And I've had my sleep meds, so there's very much a ticking time bomb on this stream. I can't remember where we left this. Haven't played Outlast for maybe a week now, because I kind of swapped it out of the rotation for Alien Isolation, which I still want to play some more, especially after how much I hyped it up, which I've spoken about. But so much of it was, like, when I'd look through the stream afterwards, so much of the time was just me, like, trying to figure out excuse me, trying to figure out where on earth we were supposed to go. Oh, Jesus, we got really loud music. Oh, I thought we were locking ourselves in, man. Shit. I don't know where we are. That was kind of inevitable. Yeah, Alien Isolation. So much of it was just like literally going in loops for an hour of like a 2-hour stream, or more, usually more. So, because the last couple of days it's been Red Dead. I've been living my cowboy life. Do we push that maybe? No. So I thought already, like, oh, I really fancy playing something spooky tonight. And I thought, I don't know if I can stomach another night of, I mean, that'll definitely put me to sleep. And Outlast 2 so far is definitely a bit more like that compared to Outlast 1. Outlast 1 was very on the rails. This is also, it's just slightly more open in terms of like environments and stuff. Because Outlast, for anyone, I'm assuming anyone watching this knows Outlast. The first game is set in Mount Massive Asylum, and it's entirely there, right? So there's different floors and stuff, but 99% of the time you're going down like a corridor. This, because this is all about like a village where there's a cult, and I think there's actually like 3 cults. It's kind of insane. it's more kind of... I don't know how many different paths there are, if any. I think it's still, like, you go into one area and there's one way out, so you need to look for that. But you have a lot more, like, they introduced a hiding in the bushes mechanic, which I don't think is working. I can't remember what type of bushes it was. Oh, scratch that. Maybe that is working. Which is very Assassin's Creed Black Flag. But how are we doing, everyone? I hope you had a good Sunday. Oh, that sounds close. Bloody hell. I think we're just going to have to go for it. I feel like there's something here. I thought there was maybe something we had to leap over. Oh, now we're going back this way. There's I'm not entirely sure, like, I don't have my sense of direction. I don't know where we're headed. Hang on. So we're going to have to redo the... There's got to be more stuff. Oh, okay, so is that what the thing did that we, like, cranked? It's up here, right? Maybe, is there something over there? That... There's no music, but every now and then there's just a big boom. Yep, so now we're going to do this again, then the people are going to turn up.
That should do the trick.
I think maybe that's like as we go down the steps here. I don't think there's anything here which is frustrating. Can we... Is there like a thing we can sneak down, maybe? No, there's not. Every time I look over there, because that's where I kind of feel like it's funneling me. This is just taking us back to the bloody crank thing. Yeah, we're screwed. Just get up. In terms of story for this game, I have no idea what's going on, really. We are a guy called, I think, Blake, who we're married to a news reporter, whose name I can't remember. And we come to investigate something. I think it was like a woman walking down the street or something. and our helicopter crashed. And we ended up here, and there's only been one friendly dude. Everyone else, like, the whole village, everyone coming across is trying to kill us. And I don't really know why. Oh, Jesus. Didn't even get to bloody turn the crank that time. And then there's this dude called Papa Noth, who's like a giant. He's got some kind of Christian cult thing going on. That's who all these folk are like allied with. And they're really bad. Papa Noth is having kids with everyone, and then killing the kids because he thinks they're going to be the Antichrist. Then it turned out there's a whole nother group like opposing him, and they're the Satanists, right? The game calls them Satanists. They're like a satanic cult. And they, I guess, are trying to stop Papa Noth because they want the Antichrist to be born. And then there's a whole other group called, I think it was the Schooled.
That should do the trick.
And I don't know what that word means. Shit. Didn't even get a chance that time. Howdy, Huge. How's it going? I hope you had a good Sunday. It's not going to be a long stream tonight. But that I've said it many times now. I could have either not done it at all or done a relatively short stream. And I think, in my mind, anything over an hour is a good thing. Like, less than an hour and I'd probably be disappointed and annoyed at myself.
That should do the trick.
But an hour sounds like a good round number. So, at the very least, I'll do an hour. See, I thought maybe there's like a thing to crawl under there. I don't know. Because we've turned the water wheel off. Oh shit, I was going to try and close that. Is this the water wheel? Shit. They're right there. Never mind. Right. Checklist. Got the battery. We're going to go as quick as we can, otherwise the people show up. Oh, Jesus. The people show up before we've turned the cranky thing. So we're going to run up here. No, run over here. How's the day been? The day's been... It's been alright. Thank you. The day's been good.
That should do the trick.
No more so than any other day. I don't know. It got to about half. Like basically the time I'd normally start, and I was like, I know. I don't think I'd be very, not like, I don't want to bring people down, because obviously we've gone to those places many times already. But more like I didn't think I'd probably be sat here not talking. Not that what I'm saying is any good. But I don't know. So I still have to kind of like hype myself up to do the stream. I have no idea where we're going. Oh, I forgot we can heal. That's probably a good show. Can we? No. Shit. All we've seen. Oh Jesus. Yeah, we've seen that guy before. I forgot he did that. Shitting hell. Where do we go? Into the cornfield and get completely lost? Nobody find me and just whack on my arm. Oh, shitting hell. Oh, Jesus. Why isn't... Run, Blake. Run, Blake. Jesus Christ, why isn't he's just going for a little walk? This is a running situation, my guy. Oh, here we go. This looks promising. I think that this is all places we've been to already. Like, we've been in here. Which is why there's no funky stuff for us to nick. So I'm pretty sure we've read that. I think that was the leader of the Satanist people. Oh, Jesus. See, that's the one thing in Outlast 1, right? You didn't have this problem. Because it was like, oh, you're trying to get from that corridor to that corridor. I'm literally in a corn maze. Slowly bleeding out. I'm just trying to follow one side. But I think we're like, if we come across anyone, they'll take a swim and we'll just go straight down. Oh, this is where we came from, with the bloody water wheel. Yeah, that's a fucking dude. Not that way. Can't go anywhere there. What are we missing? Oh shit. Did he see me? I mean, at this point, like, just knock me down. Yes, so we stopped this wheel. I don't know what the bloody hell that's actually done. Like... Yeah, see, we've been in all these places. So we're not going to find shit in there for us. Oh, this looks new, I think. If we can get through here, maybe hit a save, an auto-save, a checkpoint. That would be bloody marvellous. Because we are fucked otherwise. Yeah, we're being chased. I can't run. I did not watch the Emmys. I saw I never watch the Emmys or the Oscars. But I read about what's gone on. I saw Adolescence won a bunch, which is,
There's gotta be a way to stop
I think, good. Oh, it's all the bloody way back here. Owen, what's his face? And he's the youngest ever Emmy winner. Whatever it's called. I mean, the show was really good, and the message of the show is really, really good and really important. And I told people to watch it, so it did its job. And his acting was really good. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know how many Emmys the show won. I don't know if it's in a few years' time. I don't know how memorable it's necessarily going to be. And then what, I think the other thing I saw was the studio, which is, I think the Seth Rogen, like, I don't know if it's like a mockumentary or something, but that, I think that's on Apple. It's either Apple or Paramount Plus, and I don't have either. So it's one of the things that I've said, oh yeah, when it's all out, which I guess it is if it's winning Emmys, I'll download and watch it all. Like Miracle Workers with Daniel Radcliffe, Twisted Metal, Severance, loads of stuff. At least that's a cow. Not one of the many people you've come across. It's playing this super creepy music. This is like the least creepy thing there's been in the whole game. I guess it reset how many bandages we've got, which is neat. Thank you for that. Red, what are they called, the devs? Red Barrel. Won 8 Emmys. Bloody hell. See, I tend to watch stuff a while after it's come out. So stuff like, I don't know, The White Lotus or Succession, that a few years ago were like the thing that was winning awards and being spoken about, and I put it on the back burner and just went like, oh yeah, I'll get to it. I don't know. It's on the list of like, I'm gonna watch it one day. I just need to remember. What was I gonna look up? Let's go. Oh yeah, youngest ever male Emmy winner. Does that mean there was a younger female Emmy winner? Because that would be cool. Adolescence, the Studio, and The Pit. The Pit's the hospital thing, I think, which I haven't seen, but I've seen like clips of it on YouTube Shorts or whatever. Oh, well, I don't... It says Best Actor went to someone in The Pit. So, I don't know what it would have been. Supporting? I don't know. I don't know. We've just had one here, I think, called the National Television Awards, and I don't keep up with that, because that's just like, oh, which version of Love Island was best this year? And I don't... Oh, I mean, that definitely looks like blood, so I don't know that we want to go in the murder barn, which kind of seems like it would be the name of an American Horror Story season. I'm assuming we go in here, yeah. We keep finding these bloody mannequin heads. They are properly freaking me out. Super not a fan of them. Don't know why they've killed all the cows.
Fit through that if we could get the gate open.
What? Oh, is that?
The chain's broken.
Find a hook to lift the gate. I mean, I get why games have these like puzzly sequences. I just want to like get to the... How the flippin' hell do we do that then? It's... oh. It's one of those words that, like, I'd write and then go, is that right? And then scribble it out and do it again. and then go back and think, no, I think it was right the first time. Like mozzarella. I can never spell mozzarella. Well, that's actually not accurate. I can always come up with a spelling for it. I just never know which one's right. What are we missing? Looking for, I guess, like a meat hook. And that's the... Or are we gonna have to leave the barn, maybe? I'm very conscious that I am eating through that battery life. I reckon we're probably gonna have to leave. Because we were kind of safe in here, right? I mean, we've got loads of cows, so we can make, we can't cook anything. That's the thing though, right? People, they have like cow sushi. I feel like that's a thing. Tartar? Not tartar like tartar sauce. Tartar. And not tartar like by. Tartar. I don't know how you say it. I've never had a steak. I'm like 100% sure I wouldn't like it. Because I don't even eat beef burger. I used to eat beef burgers, but if I'm gonna have a burger, go for chicken. Can we just live in here? Ooh, it's a bit smelly. I mean, I guess, is this drinking water? Because we should be set. We can have all the cow sushi we want. We've got some water. We got shelter. We got all sorts. We can just live here. That's my vote. Right, so I don't remember, like, going, oh, look at that massive hut at any point. So I don't know where we're headed. I'm assuming maybe backtracking. So, I don't know. Ooh, that looks like a glistening battery. Yes, please. Ooh. I mean, first, I think you need to make sure you've watched, like, if you see a list of, like, the top 10 TV shows, stuff like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, I recommend to everyone. I think some people kind of, they get put off because they're like, oh, but the main guy, he's not good. It's like, well, yeah, but I mean, Hannibal's not good in Hannibal. It, and I'm a big fan of, like, I think his name's Mike. I don't know how you pronounce it. Schur. And I think his name's Greg Daniels. And they've done, what's the order? The American Office remake, Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Good Place. Brooklyn Nine-Nine and New Girl have a crossover episode, which I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine first. So I remembered, like, oh yeah, there's this episode with this crazy American lady played by Zooey Deschanel. And then you watch it was one episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and one episode of New Girl that had, like, characters from each other's shows. And it was so disappointing. It's probably one of the worst episodes of both respective shows. So that's a random little link. If we were doing, what's it called, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or something. But those for, like, not adult rated comedy, like, maybe there's some stuff every now and then, but it's not, like, super explicit. It's, like, relatively family friendly, depending on the bit. But those, for when you want, like, just something relatively upbeat, not gonna, like, send you into a depression or whatever. I've watched Parks and Rec the least out of them. Maybe watched that 3 times. But even if you just look at, like, the cast that have come from those shows, and the best thing that I think it's, so one of them I was listening to on the Office podcast, and they were saying about how all their writing comes from making really, really good characters and the relationships between them. Like the quintessential one is Jim and Pam from The Office. I'm not even going to try reading this. All of those shows have those relationships, like really good friends, really good colleagues, really good partners, really good siblings. So because I've seen Friends a couple of times, not for a long, long time. No, this is a ramble on a ramble on a ramble. I first watched Friends with my girlfriend at the time, and we watched a bunch of it together. And then, can't remember if it was me that flew back home or her that flew back home. But we said, right, we'll watch like one a night, and not watch any aside from that. And it'll be something to like bond over while we're apart, like a shared activity. And I completely fucked it up. I watched the whole thing. So then when we were together again and we were watching it together in person, I'd seen all the way to like the second to last season or something. That's probably one of the least shitty things I did in that relationship. But Friends, I've tried watching it again, like, I think it was during lockdown, and the combination of the, like, the quality, the laugh track, I just could not get into it now, having seen all those other like comedy shows. But those 4 series are kind of like the spiritual successor, I think. I watched Sopranos in the last year. I did what I always do and watched nearly all of it in about 3 days and then got burnt out and haven't been back to it since. So I got to the last season and it was really, really good. As I thought it was just going to be about like the mafia. I had no idea that it was all like told through the lens of a psychiatrist. That it was so good. And then after that I thought, oh well, I'll try the other HBO stuff, because we don't have HBO Max. That's not a thing here. And we don't have HBO Max, so it's quite hard to access stuff like you can find it on some premium channels here live, but there's not really any way of like watching old stuff other than buying the box set for 140 quid or something. So I never watched like Mad Men, Sopranos, The Wire, Game of Thrones, those sorts of stuff. So I watched Mad Men to about 2/3 of the way through. That honestly, it had good moments, but I don't think I recommend it to anyone, really. The Wire, I've seen 2 seasons so far, and I have the 3rd one ready to watch. That was good, but not as good as I expected, considering like how people revere that show. Game of Thrones is really, really good. I don't hate the last season as much as a lot of other people do. And in terms of like fantasy shows, it's the highest budget one ever. It's the most watched one ever. And even though it has its bad points, it's legendary for a reason. There's also a show on Netflix called The Last Kingdom, which I am a huge fan of. And it's basically Game of Thrones, but real, right? So obviously there's no dragons, right? But it's set like with, I don't know if King Alfred or Alfred the Great, I don't know if people know who that is, people that aren't from here. But me especially, Winchester, which was the capital of medieval England, when it was not even England, when it was Wessex, all the rest of the country was taken over by Vikings or raiders or whoever else, and the tiny bit at the bottom of England, controlled by the Wessex dynasty, they were the last kingdom of English Anglo-Saxon people remaining, hence the name of the show. So it's like Vikings and Anglo-Saxons, and it's so good. It's basically Game of Thrones, but just not the magic stuff, right? And the first 2 seasons were broadcast here. Then it got bought by Netflix, and they pumped so much money into it because they wanted a Game of Thrones equivalent. I'm just going around in bloody circles here. I think my brain's in sleepy mode and not in hook finding mode. I haven't seen, I think we've spoken about that American Horror Story. I haven't seen anything since Apocalypse. I did watch, actually, a couple of days ago, some dude whose name I can't remember, doing like a retrospective of every season. And that was really good because I couldn't remember a lot of it. And I stopped because just on the off chance one day I watch 1984 and Delicate and double feature, and I think there's another one, but just in case I didn't want to spoil, because I some seasons like Asylum, they had the bloody face reveal, and I didn't want to spoil it. We're completely screwed here. We got no battery. We got no hook. We are FUCKED. Shit out of luck. I am sleepy. I did not. I think it must be at least 5 seasons now that I haven't seen. And Stories. I've never watched Stories, the anthology. Anthology. God. My brain really is in sleep mode. What time is it? I probably should go. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head out, party people. Thank you. I'm literally about to fall asleep. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. Huge. It's always lovely. I don't think I'll be doing I think we'll do maybe some cowboy tomorrow. Because I'm a bit sick of all the, like, the puzzles and the mazes and etc, etc. But yes,